there are some people who think that apartheid was for oppression. Yes, apartheid was for oppressing black people, but apartheid was also for freedom. Freedom for only for white people. Apartheid was for tenders. Tenders only for white people. Apartheid was for promotion. Promotions only for white people. Apartheid for service delivery. Service delivery only for white people. Apartheid was not only for oppression. Apartheid also was for freedom. It is like the current government. This government stands for freedom, but it's freedom only for comrades. This government stands for freedom. This government stands for promotions. It's promotions only for comrades. This government stands for jobs, but it's jobs only for comrades. This government stands for service delivery, but it's service delivery only for comrades. This government discriminates against people who are not comrades. The same way apartheid government discriminated against people who are not white. But the discrimination is discrimination. There are people who think that we are against the government, we are against comrades. Some people think that we are against white people. Whereas apartheid was for the freedom of white people, and this government is for freedom of comrades. What we want, what we seek, is freedom for all people of South Africa. All taxpaying people must equally have a chance to get jobs. All taxpaying South Africans must equally have a chance to get tenders. All taxpaying South Africans must have the chance to get service delivery. No citizen of this country must be excluded. Freedom must not be only for comrades. Freedom must not only be for white people. Tenders must not only be for comrades. Tenders must not only be for white people. Promotions must not only be for comrades. Promotions must not only be for white people. Jobs must not only be for comrades. Jobs must not only be for white people. This is what we stand for. We are not your enemies. We are not the enemies of white people. We are not the enemies of comrades. Your enemy is corruption. Your enemy, we are not the enemy of comrades. We are not the enemy of white people. Your enemy is nepotism. We are not the enemy of white people. We are not the enemy of comrades. Your enemy is criminality. Freedom is not crime. Freedom is not corruption. It is not giving corrupt people presidential pardon. Freedom is not nepotism. Freedom is not giving jobs to your wives and to your children, even when they don't qualify. That is not freedom. We stand for freedom for all, not freedom only for comrades, not freedom only for white people. We stand for freedom for all tax-paying South Africans, and every person who is alive pays tax. We stand for freedom for black, white, green, pink, red, and any color, which means irrespective of the skin color. We stand for your freedom. We stand for freedom irrespective of what you believe. As long as you are a citizen of this country, people must be treated equally, irrespective of whether they are white or whether they are comrades. All citizens of this country must be treated equally. We seek not to oppress comrades. We seek not to oppress white people. We believe in equality, that no human being should oppress another human being. No human being should employ another human being. We stand for freedom for all. We stand for equality. It is surprising that there are black people who will reject this idea of freedom for all when you've been excluded by apartheid. It is surprising that a black man can be against freedom for all and equality when you've been excluded by the fact that you are not comrades. We want freedom for all, for comrades, for white people, for all citizens who are not white and who are not comrades. We fight for equality. If you are a black man and you are against equality, you are a disgrace to your mother, and your mother is a disgrace to Africa and to humanity, because for not aborting you. If you are against freedom for all, if you are against equality and you are black, your mother should have made abortion when she was pregnant with you, because you are worthless as a black man, and every black man should stand for equality where there's no chance of him being oppressed, because when there's no equality, you might end up being at the wrong side of the equation. Therefore, it is a duty and an honor for every black man to defend freedom and equality with every fiber of your being. We have to fight. Apartheid has fallen, colonialism has fallen, slavery has fallen, the mightiest of empires have fallen, the empire of Japan has fallen, the empire of Rome has fallen, the empire of Britain has fallen. Even this corrupt government of South Africa is going to fall, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. Those who are trying to scare us, they are trying it because they are scared themselves. We are a flood, we are a tsunami, we cannot be stopped. Not a single human being in this world can stop us, because we are on the right side of the history. We stand for freedom for all. Anyone who fights us is fighting himself. Anyone who fights us, you are like a person who eats poison expecting your enemy to die. Anyone who fights equality is committing suicide. Therefore, you need not worry about them, because they are killing themselves. It's only those who are on our side who are going to survive. It is the survival of the fittest. And when you fight yourself, you cannot win. When you fight equality, you are fighting yourself. When you fight equality, you are committing suicide. When you are fighting equality, you are drinking poison, expecting your enemy to die. You cannot win. Africans are resilient. Africans have survived slavery. Africans have survived colonialism. Africans have survived, defeated apartheid. Africans will defeat corruption. Africans will defeat nepotism. Africans will defeat criminality. Crime will be defeated. If you always threaten us, you are calling my number, you are calling people's number, you are threatening them. What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of yourself? Because what we want to empower is you. Are you afraid of yourself? Are you so self-loathing that you don't want even a single good thing for you? Because what I'm fighting for is not me. What I'm fighting for is not only me. I'm fighting for you. And when you fight me, you are fighting yourself. Because I'm trying to give you food, and you are trying to kill me. Then you are going to starve. You have to think about that, comrade. You have to think about what people. You have to think about all of you are human beings in this world. Because fighting equality is to fight yourself. This is not freedom of oppressing other people. This is freedom of equality, so that we must be all equal. Freedom is like air that you are breathing. You don't have to suffocate for me to breathe. and I don't have to suffocate in order for you to breathe. We can all breathe together and survive together. This is what we fight for. Africa, those who are fighting us, they don't do so because they hate us. They do so because they hate Africa. Those who are fighting against us, they don't do so because they're frightened of us. They do so because they are frightened of Africa. Those who fight against us, they don't fight us because they want to intimidate us. They fight us because they want to intimidate Africa. Africa has survived rape in the DRC. Africa is surviving kidnapping of girls in Nigeria. Africa is surviving the massacre of Marikana. Africa will survive any and everything that you can throw at her. She has proven her resilience. Now I'm urging Africa. Africa, rise up. They've beaten you for so long. They've raped you for so long. Africa, rise up. How long are you going to be a victim? Africa, when you're not fighting, they cannot defeat you. Now it's time for you to stand up. Africa, rise. Africa, shine. Africa, fight. Africa, defeat. Africa, victory is yours. We are going to fight. This time is not a child's play. We are doing it for the tens of millions of black people who died on their way to slavery. We are doing it for the girls who have been kidnapped. We are doing it for the women who are being raped at the DRC. We are doing it for the workers who have been massacred at Mariskan. We are not playing. If you want to kill us, this time we won't go to the police. Police are useless. Police are corrupt. If you want to kill us, it will be blood for blood, life for life, limb for limb, an eye for an eye. If you want to kill us, we will kill you. We will burn your properties with your family members inside. This is not a joke. We are not your enemies. Your enemy is corruption. People are not renewing the membership of your party, not because they hate you, they hate corruption. People are not renewing membership card, not because they hate you, they hate nepotism. People are not rewarding membership, not because they hate you, because they hate crime. Crime is your enemy. Nepotism is your enemy. Corruption is your enemy. But if you decide to make us your enemy, we will be glad. We will be glad to do what those tens of millions couldn't do, to do what those girls couldn't do, to do what the workers of Magagan couldn't do, to do what the women at the DRC could not do. It will be an eye for an eye. We can be free together, or we can go blind together. We can be free together, or we can die together. It doesn't matter if there is one person alive in South Africa. That person won't be an employee. That person will not be a slave. It does not matter if there is one person alive left in the world. That person won't be a slave, or that person will not be an employee. This is not a drill.